Hello everybody, Freaking here, how are you doing? Today we're coming back for chemical plant tutorials. We're gonna go like last time, play Act 1, play Act 2 for one time, and then we're gonna do a deep dive on how to actually speedrun these stages. So yeah, let's go with Classic Sonic first. Right away. Chemical Plant Classic is pretty much just like Green Hill. Doesn't really have much to it, honestly. Just know the best route and be sure to, do quick spin dashes and go to the finish. Though there is one a little bit faster way to go. It requires the D-speed, which I do not use, like I said, outside of the shadow fight. Alright, and last spin dash towards the finish should be like a 51. Yep, 51.81, and that's classic chemical plant. Alright, so now that we saw, from start to finish how the act flows pretty much, let's do the deep dive, right? Let's do restart. Alright, so first thing you need to know as you start, you want to do like a spin dash at the beginning so you can jump over this over here, right? So let me do a quick restart. So what you need to be careful about here is that you don't want to do a fully charged spin dash. If you do a fully charged, you won't have like the time to press back on the analog stick or the D-pad, whatever you use. And you'll hit like the ramp pretty much. So you want to do like a quick spin dash, like a little bit, just so you can, go ahead and go over it. So like, again, like that, and you reach around this point, right? And once you reach there, you want to jump up and you want to get the top route, right? Easy enough from here. Now when you do a spin dash over here, one thing to keep in mind is that don't hold forward while you're going off the ramp. So if you don't hold forward, Sonic will go like that, will go forward like that. But sometimes when you actually hold forward, there is a chance that Sonic won't like get off the ramp, moving forward. It will just go upwards, like it happened in my first play of Act 1. You saw like how I just went up and then I went to the spring, right? But if you don't hold anything, Sonic will just like go forward. Oh, it happened again. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Now there is a small chance that it might happen even if you don't hold anything. But the best case scenario is like you will reach this platform over here, and from there you want to spin dash again, go over here, spin dash again, and go the normal route here, spin dash again, all the way to the top, get over here, spin dash, get the bounces, and you'll reach around this part, so you'll be a little bit faster. And from here you want to do fully charged spin dash so you can hit like the spring up there, and once you hit the spring up there, you spin dash again, fully charged, so you can get the other springs. From here, once you reach here, you want to do another spin dash, and you want to time your jump. So once you go after the loop, you want to time your jump around this part, so you can go up and go in between the spring over here, because the spring will make you go through a half loop and go all the way down again, like this. So this will, make you lose time, but also like you won't get like the speed suits up there. So if you go a little bit back so we can show you like the full thing over here, fully charged spin dash, make the jump in between. Sometimes you might not get it, don't worry about it, but that's the best thing. You want to pretty much go for it. Reach over here, and from here you will jump again and you will reach the speed suits, right? And from here like you'll go down, make sure not to hit this spring, keep like holding left so you can fall all the way down, And from here you just, you know, go up, make sure not to fall from these platforms, and all the way to the finish with the spinners. Like, that's about it. Like, there's no, you know, not much to it than that, pretty much. So pretty easy, I'd say. Well, easy. Like, it still needs a little bit of practice, but there isn't like, you know, some huge skip you need to be aware of. And this pretty much puts us, you know, to Act 2. Act 2 of Chemical Plant and Sonic Generations as a whole speedrun has the first big skip. So for the first time, we'll be going out of bounds in Sonic Generations. So I'll show you how to do it first, and then we're gonna go ahead and explain it, right? Alright, Chemical Plant Act 2. I hope I can do it actually, because it's been a while. Alright. First, we're gonna change routes over here, so we can go to the shortcut. There you go. Nice. Go to the top route. Like I said with Green Hill, you saw how I just went ahead and slide from the 3D into 2D, so I can go a little bit faster. Alright, so here comes the first big skip. You want to jump around here and drift off the water pipe so you can go all the way out of bounds, and you want to aim for that over here. This is what you're aiming for. And if you do it correctly, you reach this part. You'll skip like a nice portion of the 2D section and all the way to the finish. Alright, not bad. I was able to get first try as well. Alright, so that was Chemical Plant Act 2. First out of bounds for the game. It's not the hardest, but with any out of bounds, you know, you need to make sure where you're going. You want to be careful. You know, that it will cost you pretty much a life if you don't get it correctly. So, alright, you know, let's break it down, right? So at the beginning, whoa, nice camera. So at the beginning, you want to go to a quick step on the right and jump on the left side with a hop, so you can get the shortcut. I don't have much to say about this shortcut. I know there's like quite a few people that say that this shortcut, you know, it's not the easiest of shortcuts, and on top of that, the ring dash over there, I've heard a lot of people say that it's finicky. All I can say to you is that, you know, try to memorize when is the exact time you want it, and go from there and keep doing it until you feel like comfortable with it. Even me, after so many years, I will miss it here and there sometimes. It will happen, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, don't worry about it too much, and, you know, keep at it. Alright, so after that, we're getting the actual, you know, springs, and we're going from the 3D into 2D. And like I said with Green Hill, in some sections in Generations, when you go from 3D into 2D and you have like the momentum from all the speed you get from the 3D, you can slide and go a little bit faster in the 2D. So like that, you know, over here, and we're gonna go to the top route, of course, boost all the way. You want to stomp here so you don't, you know, be suspended in the air, so you can gain a little bit of time. So over here, if you noticed earlier, I did like a small hop, and I went all the way, you know, I went forward instead of like hitting the spring and going like bouncing down and then up again. So it's sometimes like this will happen. See, like I didn't get it this time, so I had to stomp and go up. Don't worry about it. It doesn't say like too much time. It's just like optimizations, pretty much. You know, keep it in mind in case you want to, you know, try it yourself. After here, we're going down. We're gonna pretty much like run on water and then jump and reach the water pipe section. Okay, so the water pipe section is the most important, obviously, because it's the setup, right? You need to get the setup so you can go out of bounds. If you don't get out of bounds, you can exercise and, you know, practice on where to land and where to go from there, right? So now it's kind of difficult to put like, you know, a spot. You need to see it and be like, okay, so he jumped there, right? Like you show me in the video, okay, he jumped there, so I'm gonna jump there as well. I'm gonna be, you know, I'll make it possible to jump as close as where Frogenock had it, you know, in that section. So we'll keep boosting as we go forward. And over here, a little bit forward, like maybe a little bit where the rings, like you don't want to go all the way, you know, forward after the rings, right? Like around that part. So after you jump, you want to hold down the drift button, and you want to hold it with left, and you'll fly to the left pretty much where you want to go, right? So I didn't get it right now, obviously, because I had to stop and go at it again, but I'll cut it out and let's go all the way up to the water pipe section again. All right, we're back in the water pipe section. So yeah, like you need to figure out a little bit where you want to jump so you can get into the drift animation, so you can drift off the water pipe and get like massive height so you can go out of bounds, right? So again, we keep boosting and you jump around here and you drift and now you're out of bounds, right? So this is pretty much like this building over here above the start, the pose menu. This is where more or less you want to aim for as far as like how far you're gonna go. You don't want to go even further than that, because like you can see on the top, on the bottom left, this is where the stage continues, right? So below me, below the camera is like, you know what I'm saying. So you want, when you go close to the building you see on in front of you, you want to start like going to the left, and you want to, you know, turn Sonic so you can align him with where that speed pad was. That speed pad is very important, because that speed pad will actually propel you to the next section where you can get like the homing attack to move forward, right? So if I can do it properly, I'll go to the left over here, and as I go down there, there it is, right? So this is the one you're aiming for. Be careful, because there is another one up there, so you might miss it at first. So what you want to do is like first make sure you can get like consistently the out of bounds, the setup, and once you go out of bounds, from there on, like, okay, so I need to, so how far was it? It was like a little bit, not too much, you know, and start finding like spots where you'll be like, oh, here I am, I need to be up until there. Many things that will come as you try to do it is that many times we'll overshoot it. Many times you might go like a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, you know, like you need to adjust yourself. And once you find it and you do it a couple times, even if it's not the best, you know, the best case scenario as far like, you know, as fast as you can, as long as you get it, that's what matters, because then you kind of register it in your head. It's like, oh, it's around there, you know, like you start like feeling where you will go. So all you need to do is like make sure to hit that speed pad. This speed pad is like very important, because like it will propel you to the next section pretty much like without having to push anything, right? You know, so make sure, you know, to boost, and that speed pad will throw you all the way to the next section. So like that, and then you want to go a little bit to the left, very little, so Sonic can see the rail. And by making icon, when Sonic makes icon with like with an object that you can homing attack, the homing attack icon will appear, right? So you want to make it Sonic to go a little bit to the left, very little, not too much, because you're gonna hit like an invincible wall, and even if like you see the homing attack icon, you won't go through it. So you want to be a very little to the left, and once you see the homing attack icon, press it immediately, so you can go on the rail. The rail will change you into the 2D of the section, like, you know, the camera will change into the 2D, and from there on you don't need to press anything. You pretty much like go through the rainbow ring, you do the tricks, and just like don't press anything, just hold boost and you'll hit the spring on the next section. Because if you press anything, remember, you are 3D into 2D, you're not completely 2D. So that means that if you go right or left, or as you see it, forward or backwards, like, you know, foreground or background, you're gonna fall off immediately. Like the road is very small on where Sonic stands in the 2D, so you'll fall, and yeah, you have to redo it completely. So See, like, I didn't get the coming attack icon because I hit the wall, I was saying, right? You can save it from here, but obviously it's not fast. Like, you can go around, hit these guys, and go all the way up. Now I'm 3D into 2D. If I go like, you know, a little bit to the background or foreground, then I will just like fall off, you know. Let me show you. What? Like that. Right? So yeah, like that's pretty much like the setup and where you want to go. So, you know, and from there on, if you don't fall off, it's pretty much like, you know, a beeline to the finish. You don't need to know anything about it, like just make it to the finish kind of thing, right? So once again, one last time, let's get it. Go off, see the building over here, start going to the left, align yourself where you need to be. Look out for the speed pad, there's a speed pad. Boost on the speed pad, go a little bit to the left. Rail, rainbow ring, to the finish. As you would normally do it. Right? Now because I don't have enough boost, but you should have enough boost to go all the way pretty much, you know? Without boost you lose a little bit of time, but as long as you get the out of bounds, you're good. And that's it, that's Chemical Plant. So yeah, it's not the hardest skip in the game, not even close, not by a long shot, honestly. Like, Chemical Plant is very straightforward as far as skips go, because, you know, all you need to do is like, okay, let me get the setup, let me align myself to where I need to be, and from there on I just need to do a homing attack, and I'm going to the finish pretty much. That's about it. There are like harder skips in Generations than that. Chemical Plant is actually a pretty good start for people who are not used to, you know, going out of bounds or getting this kind of setups. If you like, this is kind of the first step, right? So you can prepare yourself for the steps later on. But yeah, that's Chemical Plant. I hope this video was useful to you. I'll be sure, you know, to try to make the videos come a little bit faster. I was like a little bit busy, you know, work, all kind of that kind of stuff. So I wasn't able to get it like much faster, but I will do all the tech we have for Generations as far as like the single segment speedrun goes, so you don't have to worry about it. I will finish it, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, that's about it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to, you know, subscribe, like, comment in the video. If you have any questions at all, I'll be happy to answer them. Or if you can find me on a Twitch stream when I stream on Twitch, and, you know, ask me there and I will answer to you live. But yeah, and feel free to, you know, if you want to, you know, get that bell down below, you know, like the notification stuff, I'll appreciate that too. So yeah, take care and I'll see you around. Bye bye.